Hi everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to create an online invoice. Firstly, you'll have to open your browser and go to staff.purewatersystems.com.au. This page will come up. Use your username and your password to log in. Your username is your first name and the first letter of your last name, and your password is whatever password you've been allocated with. You log in. It should actually bring you to this page. You'll go in departments and then you'll see consultant log. Click on here and this will come up with three options. To create a new order, you will go add new lead. If this is a telemarketing lead, you will put a lead number in here. If it's a self-gen lead, you're just going to tick self-gen. You'll see your consultant card and your full name will appear here, and here is where we can start putting the customer's details. So I'm going to use test as my first and test as my last name, only because I don't want the accounting department to get confused between a real order and this order. I'm also going to say this is test drive, and I'm going to choose Burleigh as a suburb. You'll notice that with suburbs you can only choose whatever's in the drop down list. This has been done deliberately to eliminate errors, okay, and you'll have to choose what type of customer it is. So I'm going to say here's a homeowner, and your state will also pre-populate depending on your postcode. If this is incorrect for whatever reason, you can always click on the drop down and choose another state. The phone number, so put in the customer's phone number. If the customer doesn't have a landline number, you'll need to put their mobile phone number here because this is their primary number. Mobile number. Let's put a mobile. Sorry, I should put it in mobile 1. So I'll put a mobile number in here. Email address. So by putting in an email address, you're doing two things. You allowing this customer to receive emails from us for whatever reason. It may be invoices, promotions, or whatever. And also, if there's an email address in here, this customer will receive a copy of the invoice as soon as you've finished doing the invoice. Okay, and then you will need to add 3 personal references if this is a payment plan. So add the personal reference's name, their phone number, second one, name, phone number, name, phone number. And you can then proceed to the next page where you will be able to add orders to your invoice. So this is the page where you're able to add all the items in your invoice. So to add a new item, you will go to add new item. Pretty self-explanatory. Under code, you'll see there's a drop-down list of all the products and the descriptions. So for example, I want to sell a twin. This customer wants to buy a twin, I should say. So the description will come up here, and the quantity you'll put in and the price you'll have to put in depending on how much you're charging the customer. So if you're giving them a discount or anything, this is the final price you will put in here. So I'm going to say this is $450. Stock left? No. If obviously you've left stock, you would say yes, and you then go add the item. Okay, I'll add another item in just because I want to show you how you can add an item if it's not in the drop down list. So the code is there, and as you know, we have lots of different codes for lots of different things. This is an item that doesn't have a drop down, isn't in the drop down list. What you will do is you will go write other in there. It will bring up the other item. And in here you can just delete the description and add the new description in. I'm just going to say this is a test item. Okay, add the quantity and the price. Just for this purpose, I'm just going to say it's $0. Stock left, no. And there you go, that item is added in there. Just be aware that whatever description you put here is what we will receive in the head office, and also your customer will see this exact description in their invoice. If you need to delete this, just go click delete, and it'll ask you if you're sure you want to delete it. Okay, yep, done. Click back on goods ordered and you'll be back on this page. Now you have to let us know if you've left the demo there or not. If you've left the demo there, obviously click on yes, and then there's all these dissertations of how this order is going to be delivered to the customer. So for this purpose, I'm going to say it's a plumber required, so I'm just going to click on here and the plumbing booking form will come up. You'll see there's a bunch of different questions it asks you, and everything is set on default as if this is the most common thing that happens. So if it's a whole house, obviously put the details in here. If you need extra tubing, for example, I'm going to say yes, I need extra tubing for this. How much tubing do I need? I'm going to say 5 meters, for example. So instead of writing 5m, because it already tells you it's in meters, you're just going to write 5. If there's any money to be picked up, the plumber needs to pick some cash up from the customer, you will say yes. If no, then it'll just say no. If it's yes, then you'll just have to write how much, so in dollar value, so say $20. Okay, any notes you want to send to the plumbing department, so you can put in here, this is a test, and I'm going to say submit this, and you can then proceed to the next page. This is where you will choose how this customer is going to pay for this order. If it's paid in full, you're going to click pay in full. If it's a payment plan, you're going to click on payment plan. Okay, so you're on your payment plan page, which allows you to put in the details of this customer's payment. Firstly, you will have to choose the deposit method. So for example, say this customer is going to pay by cash, so I'm going to select cash, and the rest is going to be paid by, say, BPay. Okay, so next thing is you let us know these little bits and pieces here. If you've given the customer 2 free flights, if that's applicable, you would click on this. If you've received the 3 personal references, you'll tick on this one. So whatever is applicable to this particular order, you'll just click on here and let us know. If there's any additional details you would like to send to the accounts department in regards to this customer, you would put on here. And here is where you will tell us how this customer is going to make how often they're going to make the payment. So what is the deposit amount? So I'm going to say it's $150, and then see the deposit due date. It is automatically calculating 10 business days from the day this invoice has been raised. So for example, if there's a public holiday, if there's anything else you need to take into account, you would just put whatever it is here. So you can go in that little calendar and select the date, and then you'll select the payment frequency. So I'm going to say for this customer is going to pay monthly, and they're going to make 2 monthly payments. So they're going to make 2 monthly payments of $150 each. The first monthly payment, you've just got to go choose from here. So I'm going to say the first monthly payment will be on the 25th of August, and the last monthly payment will be on the 25th of September. And it tells you here, automatically calculates here how much the payment amount will be. The plumber needs to be booked by the plumbing department, so this is on default. So 99% of the time this will be on default here. And then you will also let us know if this customer wants to receive a copy of this invoice via post as well as email. So if they want to receive a hard copy of this invoice for whatever reason, click on send invoice by mail, and we will post an invoice to this customer. Next step, everything else is done. I'm going to save and sign this invoice. So I'm going to click on save and sign, and this is my online invoice. So you can quickly go have a look if all the products you put in there is there. Okay, so I had one twin under sink there. Yep, it's there. Customer's name, details, everything is on there. Yep, payment plans on there. And this was a non-cool, like, so sorry, it was just a normal customer, so they needed a cooling off period. Yep, all that is correct. And now get a signature from the customer, and you sign the contract as well. So the customer signature, so what you can do, if this is on your tablet, you can use your finger to write the signature. If you are using a laptop, so if you have a mouse or a touchpad, you're going to use your mouse or your touchpad to do your signature. So this training, I'm doing it on my computer, so I have a mouse. So I'm just going to take my cursor. You can see this blue dot over the signature panel, and I'm going to whatever, signature, consultant signature, done. Okay, so I have both the signatures there, and I'm going to save and send. So as soon as I click on save and send, a copy of this invoice will come to the head office, a copy of this invoice will go to your customer's email address, and one should also go to you. So this is the process that takes just a little bit of time, because it is finalizing all those details that you've just put in. So just be patient, just chat to your customer if that's what you want to do for a couple of seconds, and voila, this is your online invoice. Okay, and that is it. All you now have to do is just close out of it, and your online invoice is done. If at any point in time you want to go and have a look at your invoice again, you can just go search for orders, and yep, there's your order in there that we just did. Click on it and you can have a look at the order. You will also notice there's orders in here that are pending. These are orders that, for example, you've gone to the customer's house, whatever's happened, it has not been finalized. So you can have a half complete order in here, and when you're ready you can finish it off. Okay, also the print invoice option lets you look at all your invoices and you can print them. So for example, you've done an invoice, you need to print it for whatever reason, you can click on print and it will bring up a print preview, which is going to take a little bit of time, so I'm just going to leave it at that. So if there's any questions, anything else you need help with, please also check your training manuals that I've sent to you. Refer to that, and you can always reach out to me at ameliad@purewater.net.au, or give me a call in the head office. Thank you very much, and enjoy your online invoicing.